Okay, we're trying this again. I was just talking about how hard it was to get this working, and then it just turned itself off. So, not the game. Not the game. The stream. Stream health? Oh my god, I'm so tired already. Like, I've already been here like half an hour trying to... So, anyway, we will see. We'll see what happens. Now it says the connection is excellent. So I have to do a bit of monkey motion to switch PlayStation accounts to be able to play this on what I want to, but I am here with one of my all-time favorite games. A game which I almost never play. A game which I don't know if I'll ever get to really play. Elite Dangerous. And before I start rambling about it, I want to get more comfortable that the stream is actually running, my goodness. And I'm going to set us a destination and get us flying, and I'll talk about it. Hope everybody's doing okay. Oh, I'm burnt out from technology already. But such is life. Where are we going? I'll talk about where we're going and what we're doing soon, but why don't we start by going to back to the bubble. First of all, let me mention something about what this game is. If you haven't seen this game, or you haven't seen this game, or you haven't watched me, or you haven't played yourself or anything like that, this game, Elite Dangerous, among other things, this is a one-to-one simulation of the Milky Way galaxy. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. If you fly to the center of the Milky Way galaxy, you will encounter Sagittarius A star, the supermassive black hole, in here somewhere. I don't know anything about this part of the galaxy because I have never been here. Because I have never equipped a ship that I wanted to make this journey in. It's tens of thousands of light years, but I can 100% go. There are 100,000 stars, is that right? So this is the Milky Way, and this is where we play our game. Although the extent of human civilization isn't quite limited to the bubble, but these are places that I have marked on my map, and you can see how much of the area of the game that I have explored. Joystick's not quite working. Things are lagging, things are confused. Am I still streaming? I'm just going to assume that I am. Okay. So now that I'm done ranting about how awesome this is, let me actually make sure that I am getting us sent to the correct place. Xandu. We're going to go to a place called Xandu. Xandu. Oh, and I also want to talk about the mic. So I'm not using my normal mic. I'm sorry for the weirdness of my voice, but that's because to play this game I need to plug in the joystick and throttle control, which I never get to use for anything because it's such work to actually plug it in and everything. We're going to go to Xandu, and we're going to be going to Valkansen Hub, something like that effect. That's fine. I want to make sure that we are filtering by the correct spectral types. OBA, FG, KM. Yep. This will only take us on a jump route through stars that we can scoop fuel from. And we're going to launch. I'm going to talk. We've got 7 jumps till our destination. So this game, this is a game I have been loving and yet not really able to play for 8 years. This is one of my many spacecraft. I'm speeding, but while the penalty for speeding in this universe can sometimes be death, death is not super permanent. There is a planet in the way of the direction we want to go. Take a look at this nice ring system. And keep in mind that I'm playing on a PS4 Slim, and this game is really for high-end PCs with really nice equipment. And someday. I'm playing on the PS4. Earlier this month, it was announced that there will be no more development for the console versions of this game. So there'll be no new content on this version of the PlayStation. I very much understand that they are working on what's happening with my. Can I get full energy in my capacitor, please? I forget how to play, and I've covered my messaging thing. We're gonna jump into Super Cruise here. My joystick's all sticky, so I'm playing this while I can. Is what's happening. I'm not quite expressing myself correctly. What else is new? Anyway, hello everybody. I would really like to share this game and this universe with you. This is one of my all-time favorite games, and I'm not touching the controls right now. And it's not a game that I get to play very often just because there's a little bit more setup to get it going on the PlayStation, and I'd really much rather be playing it on the computer, but I just don't have a computer that can really do what is necessary. So, in my little cockpit here, this is my spacecraft. This is my Diamondback Explorer. I use this to... This is me. I did my best to make myself. And this is one of a number of ships that I have that I've built up over dozens or hundreds of hours of gameplay. It actually will tell me. Not while I'm in hypercruise, though. And I just jumped to another star. And now we need to refill our fuel tank. It's jittery. I don't know if that's because I'm streaming. I'm not sure what that jitter is. I'm not used to that. We're refilling our fuel. Scooping from this star here. And then we're going to jump to the next one. Yeah, it's really struggling. I don't know what's happening here. These are all my permits. Factions, so I'm not sure how to get into. It's somewhere else. I put a lot of time into this game. It's a multiplayer game, and the real meat of it is not so much what you do with the game itself. There's plenty to do. There's so much to do. But the real rewarding aspects are what you can do with others. Whew. This jitter is gonna drive me nuts. Let me get away from the star and then massage the joystick, which isn't as suggestive as it sounds. It gets like dust in it, and then it doesn't work properly. It might also be a frame rate issue because I'm trying to stream and I'm not sure what the problem is. I've never seen that before. I'm very sorry. I want to start sharing this game with the people that I know. It's a game that's like life in that you have to put effort in before anything rewarding is going to happen. You have to be patient with every single one of your goals. The thing that I'm going to try to get done today is potentially going to take many play sessions to actually finish. And that's fine. It's like life. It's not everyone's cup of tea. And I've been forgetting to scan. Can I? Wait, how do I change? Hang on. There's something important that I should be doing. I should be scanning, but I don't remember how to do it. Ship camera toggle, ship lights, yeah. Cycle next subsystem, target, hostile. Switch cockpit mode. Okay, that's combat mode. That's analysis mode. Wake scanner. What's going on with this? Did something change? Fire groups. What's going on with my fire groups? My discovery scanner lost its keybind. Do I not have one? What is even happening? Heatsink, surface scanner, wake scanner. There we go. I just want to scan the system. And then it'll tell me that something was found, but then I can't actually read it because I put the camera there. But anyway, things to learn. What I was trying to say is that I would like to start sharing this. This is a game that also, like life, I let myself fall into the trap of that because I could not play this game the way I wanted to, which would have been to really dive into it on a device that could really handle it, a PC that makes it much easier to play. And I played it. I played it since 2014, I think. I wanted to participate in the community and to make friends through it and have a social life in this world, which is where the real rewarding components are, in a lot of ways. But I play on solo, which is entirely, you know, it's one of the great things about this game, I think. I need to scoop for a minute, so let me pull over. The fact that even though it's an online-only experience, the fact that you can play knowing there will be no one else, and it means that I can play it on the PlayStation even though I don't pay for the PlayStation Plus subscription. But anyway, I fell into the trap of not playing it because I was waiting to play it with all the right qualities. Someday I'm going to play it the way I want to. And I've been wanting to play it. I've been wanting to stream it because it's the kind of game that really is better shared. And I think it's something that would be fun to hang out with. And so I'm interested in experimenting with the format of just me recording gameplay for hour batches. Possibly finding a time to play this with company, or to just occasionally have a longer batch. There's a lot of memories to make in this one-to-one facsimile of the actual galaxy that we live in the future, driving around my spaceships. Anyway, so sorry for the heavy nature of what I've been talking about, but the revelation that I've always felt since the beginning, because this is a massively multiplayer online game, those kinds of games have a lifespan. Every game really kind of has a lifespan in terms of like what equipment you can run it on or whatever, but I mean that this game only works because there's servers, and those servers can only be kept going because people maintain them, and you can only maintain them when there's business in it, right? So at some point it won't be a game that you can play anymore unless somebody does some kind of archive server thing. So it is like life, like real clubs, like your 20s or whatever. I have to not run into the star. I was trying to get that juice open, but instead I was running into a star. Jumping through hyperspace isn't like dusting crops after all. What was that? I think it was a bird flew by the window and scared me. Anyway, I don't mean to complain. I'm just trying to say, basically I think what happened as far as the news is that the big update that's been on the way for a long time, that came out last year, year before, I can't remember, for PC, that enables you to finally, and I say finally because everyone's been excited about it for a long time, and I think it's just harder than you would think. In the Odyssey update, you can get up out of your chair, you can walk around some of your ships, I'm not sure, I don't know, I've not played it because I'm not going to try to run it on my computer. And I'm simply not in a position to make the jump to inexpensive gaming PC right now. And I don't know how long that will be. It might not be that long, but I just realized Carpe space. I don't know. We've arrived in Xandu. So I have to say that because it took me so long to get this running, and because of all the sort of technical confusion, I don't think I've really said quite what I meant to. And maybe been a little bit more overdramatic than I needed to be. It's fine. It's not going to be perfect. It's just going to be what it is. So we are going to this space station so that I can do something that I have genuinely waited 8 years to do. And this is the thing. It wasn't because I had to. Years ago on the PC, on my laptop, I had played this game enough, lagging and confused and whatever, to earn the requisite amount of credits to achieve that which was at the launch of this game the thing, right? You'd made it when you could do this thing. And that is the purchase of the Anaconda, which is a large ship. Now there are player-controlled capital ships that you can park my ship inside, right? But when this thing came out, the Anaconda was the biggest ship. I think that's right. They very quickly added other ones, but it's like it's the thing. It's expensive, large. It's a good ship for doing a variety of things. It was kind of the goalpost. Like that was always the goal. Like, oh, I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna get someday. I'll make enough credits that I can get the Anaconda. That's me. That's me, Lakon Golf Alpha Romeo.
Approval granted. Plot route for approach to landing pad 1-2.
This makes me think of that YouTube video with James McAvoy being Scottish traffic control. You can scan me, that's fine. Isn't this beautiful? Anyway, for years I have waited... Oh, whoa. For years I have waited to buy my Anaconda because it was going to be a big moment. And now I'd like to share that moment with you. If I can figure out what landing pad I want to go to. I'm going to buy myself an Anaconda. I've earned the money. I have had the credits long enough. And I think it represents something. It represents saying, I'm going to play the game that I have the way that I can and share it with the people that I know. And that won't mean I can't play it the way I might want to, maybe someday. But it means that if this is what it's going to be, if by the time that I really can prioritize getting a gaming PC, there is no more Elite Dangerous. And I'm not saying that's happening soon. I mean, certainly console development has stopped, but hopefully that means that they're saying, okay, we got to cut our losses and focus on one thing that to be able to function. I totally respect that. And hopefully that means that there's lots to come for Elite Dangerous on PC, and I would love to play. There's rumblings of maybe that the saves from the consoles there might be a way to import them over, and I might do that. I actually don't know whether this save or the one that I used to play back in the day actually has more progress, but I think this one does. But I can't quite see what I'm doing. I'm going to buy myself the Anaconda. That's what I'm going to do. So, shipyard. So, Sidewinder is what you start out with, but here it is. The pride of Falcon de Lacy's shipyards, the Anaconda is a versatile ship that can carry large cargoes and pack a heavy punch. So hardy is the Anaconda. Some smaller navies use it in lieu of a frigate or light cruiser. The ship can also be upgraded with a docking bay. It only takes large-sized landing pads. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is true. I don't think I've ever bought one. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe I have. But I don't think I've ever bought one. Purchase options. I don't want to exchange. I want to keep my current ship. Make sure that this stream's still working. Yeah, seems to be. Store the current ship. Cost of new ship. All right, so it's going to cost 124 million credits. I have 789 million credits. The real cost of the Anaconda is in the modules. I'm doing it. Dun da da da! Thank you for being here for this moment. Oh, wow. Oh, look how much ship there is in front of me. Let's look around. It's just a bridge is what it is. It's just literally the bridge of a starship. Look at that. That's the landing gear. Let me hide the UI here. Hide the UI. My camera picture is in the way, but that's the landing gear. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Like, the other thing about this game launched, I'm pretty sure this was the game that launched the Oculus Rift. In a lot of ways, this game was the beginning of modern virtual reality. And a perfect game for it, because unlike a lot of games where it's kind of weird, where you're like, you are walking, but like, you can't. This is a game where you're stuck to your chair anyway. Well, now there's Odyssey, so that's not true, but... Oh my gosh, look how big this room is. This is genuinely the bridge. And there I am with my joystick, and look. That's what I'm genuinely doing. There's my throttle. This is what I actually have. I'd hold it up, but I'll pull all the wires out. Again, sorry if the audio is... I always feel like the audio from this mic sounds like it's underwater, and I'm always hitting the cord, and I'm sorry. I just can't... I don't have enough USBs on the PlayStation to plug in the mic when I play this game. That's me. Gosh, I look so disinterested in life. That's a co-pilot that I'll never have, but whatever. Okay. I never get... Like, there's so much in this game, and I'm not letting myself enjoy what I can enjoy, because I know there's more that I can't right now. But I'm going to share it with you. This ship is huge. In the back there, I want to point, but I can't point. Well, I can, kind of. Well, whatever. In the back there, that's the window that I was just looking at. This is the back. I've seen the back of a lot of Anacondas because they're good hauls if you can bounty hunt them. Yep, and now we've circled back around. So that's my Anaconda. Hang on, where's my UI? Okay. Starport services. So I actually have a build that I'm going for here. There's a lot of depth. I feel like I've lost my train of thought. But it is what it is. I think it would have been fine earlier. Had an appointment. Got really drowsy. It's really sunny and beautiful outside. Then I had tech problems. I'm sorry to be confused. Let's see if Universal Cartographics wants any of my cartographic data. I should say, if you are watching this and you're a space enthusiast, please do tell me if there's any... Look, I made 1 million credits from just what I scanned on my way back. Tell me if there's any real-life astronomical things you want to see. Chances are we can go. What's happening? Flotilla, stellar reputation. Yeah, I should have waited for what can I sell page? What's happening here? Sell. I should have waited to do this with place that I had reputation interest, because you get reputation when you give them a bunch of cartographic data. But anyway, a lot of real world astronomical things are here. And this is part of why I'm buying the Anaconda, because I'm going to outfit this Anaconda. Outfitting. Based on a build from a YouTuber, Down to Earth Astronomy, without whom I would never know what the heck was going on in this game. It's just a suggested build. Half the fun of this is sort of making up your own, but when I am overwhelmed and I just want to get started, I'm going off of the suggestions, and specifically suggestions for a exploration Anaconda or an Exploraconda. So I'm going to wait to mess with the power plant. Well, let's see. Browse shop. You know, really, what I mainly want to do is right now, what is my jump range? My jump range right now is only 9.6 light years. That is terrible. So let's go and find... For this ship, that's terrible. This is the ship with, I believe, the highest theoretical jump range in the game. Maybe there's others that are close now. Phantom, I'm not sure. But let's see if they have the 6A frameshift drive. There it is. I don't think I already have any, but whatever, I get the money back. Part of why I came here to buy the ship is that you buy the ship in this particular area and you get a discount on a lot of your things. Let's exchange. We don't need a 6E frameshift drive. Okay, already jump range jumped up to 20 light years. Next question. I actually know that this place doesn't have all the modules that I need. So now what I want to do is check what system I'm in, which is... where am I? So much is different. Oh, Xandu, right. I'm going to just search for a system. Xandu. Go. Xandu. Yep, I've got my laptop over here. You cannot really function without a lot of extraneous information here. Okay, we're going to go... I want to make sure that it doesn't require a permit, because I may or may not have the permit for... Ooh, sorry, I have to scratch my ear, and I think it makes noise. Oh, sorry. Okay. Quarry City. All right, so let's... hang on. Let's go to the galaxy map if I've pressed the right button. So, the original Elite, by the way, is a... my brain is so disorganized. The original Elite, by the way, was from 1984, I think. It was one of the very early innovative technological achievements of, I guess I want to say, like, open world... I don't know if it was procedural generation, but it was a whole galaxy by those standards that you could explore, where you did a trading, exploring, and combat. And you got ranks based on... Oh, it's a Zachary Hudson place. You got ranks based on your success with those things. So that's why this is Elite Dangerous. This is a... There's been a number of Elite games, but... this is what we've got over here. I'm showing you combat rank, explorer rank, trader rank, and then there's CQC, which nobody plays as far as I can tell. At least not on console, at least not when I can play. Not that I would be able to do it anyway. So I'm not going to screw around with this right now. I'm just going to... I've set a course. How many jumps is it going to be? It's going to be 4 jumps. Let's just go. The reason is this ship does not have the modules that I want, but there's an online resource, and this is one of the things that is so amazing about this game. The amount of and depth of online resources to enrich the play experience is just staggering. I'm going to take off. I've never flown an Anaconda before.
Docking coupler disengaged. Take care when leaving the station.
It's so big. I don't know how to go through the docking port. Okay, let's go forward. And let's be British. It's still doing that weird thing with the roll, but now I believe I want to try to bias towards the top because it's so large. Right, because we're turning. Hang on. I did it.
Landing gear retracted. Flight assist off.
Okay, turning around. Whee! There we go. It's gonna make me dizzy.
Flight assist on.
It's like a shoe right now. Turn around. There she is. Getting a beauty shot. Turn the UI off. I would say screen cap, but my head is here. But I will do it anyway. Where's the light? I want to catch the light. There it is. Share link. Good. I didn't want to turn off the stream. Anyway. So we're going to jump. We're going to make a number of jumps. I've never jumped in an Anaconda before either.
Have a good flight, Commander.
We're not pointed the right way yet. We don't have very good thrusters. Yeah, it'll align in a second. What I wanted to show you is this is part of the page of information on the build for the ship that I'm crafting. That's not all of it, that's just some of it. And then it connects with a different site with all this information to connect. I can't even show you, and I'm about to crash into a star, and I don't want to do that. And that's not even like, it's just the beginning. That's just the beginning of how many resources this game has online of people who gave their time to really enrich the ecosystem of the play here. I'm rambling, but okay. So point is, I bought the ship, but now I need to buy the modules. And I bought the ship where I bought it so that I would get the Liyoungri Power Play discount, which I believe is 15% or something like that, which I'll also have on all of my rebuy costs, because if I blow up, that's 7 million credits right there. So I think it'd be higher if I hadn't bought it there. And then the modules that are necessary for this ship can only be found at certain places. I think I could have worked harder to find a better range and maybe get a better deal, but you know what? Whatever. That's not the type of play that I really want to put a lot of time into. I want to put the time into flying. I don't think we have a discovery scanner. I don't think that we have a fuel scoop. Yeah, we don't have a fuel scoop, so how many more jumps am I making? It'll be really embarrassing. Only 2. I think we're fine. We gotta wait till the star isn't red in the thing down there. So we're gonna go. The build that I downloaded involves kitting this thing out for exploration, which is one of the kind of pillars, right? It's like D&D, except not at all. The combat, exploration, and trading, which is not roleplay. Although it is, I roleplay in this game. I'm Commander Garlana, which is a name that I stole from a science fiction story that I wrote in my head and never actually wrote. Or like 7 science fiction stories I wrote in my head. And I fly around the universe, but there's so much to do that I haven't done. And here, this is our destination. And we're docking with... Where are we going? We're going to Quarry City. It should be very close. So we're going to build an exploration Anaconda, and what that means is we're going to optimize for jump range, but also put in it the ideal equipment for long-term travel across the galaxy when we don't have the support of nearby facilities. Alright, look over here. Wouldn't this be amazing in VR where you just turn your head Amazing, right? Okay. Quarry City, let's go. It's this way. I'm going to turn off the... I said I'm going to turn... There we go. So I was going to turn off the line. The lines can be helpful, but it's also very pretty to turn them off sometimes. I'm going to turn them on so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Whee! No hands! It's like a road trip. This game is like a road trip through space. And I think I'm going to wax philosophical about patience in games, but in most games, when you want to get something, like maybe you have to work for a while to unlock the thing that you want, grinding or whatever. When you get it, you just go and you buy it. This game has the grind to get the stuff to be able to afford the thing, but it also has, which I'm complaining but not complaining. It's so not for everyone, and it's incredibly slow paced and all that stuff, and I absolutely love it. I have missed entirely. How did I do that? You know how I did that? I've never flown an Anaconda before. I thought I was going to be able to make that turn at the end. I'm in the right place. I'm just not facing the right direction. Because I can't get the thing to turn around because the Anaconda is big and heavy. Come on. I need to point at the station. There we go. I was trying to come from the right angle to make things faster. My ship is so pretty. Alright. Which way? This way.
Galaxy Golf Alpha Romeo. Please approach the station at a safe speed and be mindful of other pilots in the area.
Go over to contacts. I'm within 7 kilometers. Let's request docking with Quarry City.
Request approved. Set down on landing pad 02.
02. I had a super cruise assist. Wait, is there a docking assist on this thing? No. This is just the default that it came with. I have no idea. I've not put anything in other than replacing the frameshift drive with something that wasn't terrible. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Sometimes I do that by accident. I was actually trying to... Aren't those pretty little thrusters there? I was actually trying to reduce my speed, and instead I hit the boost button. Because my keybind for speed reduction and boosting was a little bit similar.
Landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
Okay. The speed limit is 100 meters per second.
3,000 meters from touchdown.
There we go. So as long as I'm going under 100 meters per second, if I have a collision, I won't be in trouble. But if I have a collision and I was speeding, hostile action may be taken, or fines, or whatever. Actually, I want to slow down a bit. Where am I going? Landing pad 2. Oh, yep, I was going to say, I might crash. I've never flown something this big. I guess I've flown the Beluga. The Beluga's quite large, but I'd probably crash that too. Like, I don't think I'm capable of doing this dock from this direction, but this is what's happening on the outside. That's so cool! I really do need to go back into the cockpit, though. I don't know what's happening. Scooch over, go forward. And... down. Starport services. So the gameplay you're here to witness is me just kind of going through, reading through stuff and buying modules.
Engaged. Welcome, Commander.
All right. Outfitting. Actually, before I go to outfitting, let me go to the shipyard. There's a reason. And go to stored, I can't even see what that says, but, oh, I can if I do this. Ship transfer. Okay, I'm in ship transfer, and what I want to do... These are all my ships, by the way. I have a Dolphin, a Type 10. Type 10's pretty big. Looks like that. A Viper, Type 6, Asp, Vulture, Diamondback, TBX. Type 9, DBS, Hasufel, Aragorn's horse. This is one of my favorite ships. This is the Asp Explorer. I love going around in that one. I never turned it into an exploration ship, but whatever. I've got a Federal Assault ship. I've got a Mamba. This is like a sports car battleship thing. Not battleship. Fer-de-Lance is the other sports car thing. I no use for it. It was just an impulse buy. Something I'd never do in real life. Anyway, the Python, Landreval. Asp Scout, I've never used. The Crate Mark II, I used to use Substantial Suggestion. I used to use this a lot. The Rohirrim. I was going to turn this into an exploration ship, and I never did. Operation Healthy Aggression was a lot of fun to fly. I'm going to fly that at some point. But I'm actually at Killback Orca. Oh yeah, there's Giselle, the Orca. Adder, Cobra, Hauler, Eagle, Type 6, Python, Snake Bus. Because it's a Python, but I was using it as a passenger transport. Sidewinder. Where's my DBX? Oh, right, I said that I saw it. Diamondback Explorer. Asphaloth. Neuralim, Asphaloth. Neuralim. I want to transfer my DBX to this location. It'll take 52,000 credits. That's fine. But because my DBX has a great jump range, that's what it's built for. It's just a bubble bus. You go around and go everywhere you want, and I jumped for hundreds of light years in a few minutes. So I want to ship that over here because I feel like I still won't actually have finished this even after I make all these purchases. All right, so you got hard points, utility mounts, core internal, optional internal, livery. Let's start with livery. This is important. Because I already have a name picked out. We're gonna do. Yep. We're gonna do Verity. I don't remember which one I chose. Hello. Hope you can hear me. Let me make sure you can hear me. You know, I never checked my audio, so that could actually be really bad. I would really be sad about that. Let's see. Just behind is what it is. Seems to be working. Let's see. Testing, testing. Okay, yeah, it's working. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so engine detailing, I don't think we can do that. Decals, ship kits, identification. Cockpit accessories, nameplate 1. Okay, hang on. Change name and ID plate. The ship name I already have picked out. My Python, the second biggest, it's not true, second biggest, the second big, see, all of my insensibilities are still from 2014 when this was the biggest ship, which may have never even been true, but anyway. My Python is Landreval, brother of, I had it open, where'd it go? Gwai here, the Windlord. Gwai here. The great eagle that saves Gandalf from Isengard. Golf Alpha 24A. Accept. Alright. Nameplate 1. Can you actually do this? No. This is stuff that you... This is what you pay for. This is how the game maintains itself. These are all things that you buy with pyramids. I don't know how it works. I should really learn how to do it, but I don't know how it works. Ship kits. No, we're going to do general. Paint job. I don't think I can get access to paint jobs. That's fine. We're not going to worry about that. Decals. Front decal. This is an exploration ship. So we are looking for... Is Trailblazer the highest? No. We're looking for Ranger. Is it Ranger? Is Ranger my highest current rank in... look at that. Exploration. Right decal. Trade Tycoon. I think Tycoon is better than Entrepreneur, but I can't tell the difference. I might have to fix these later. And the left decal should be Competent, I think. Competent. Not great. But eventually you get to be elite if you actually have skill and time back. Okay. We did our decals. We did our naming. Gwaihir the Windlord now needs the core internal to be fixed. So let's go to core internal. So, in core internal, we want lightweight alloy, although he's got it engineered. That's the other thing, is after you buy these things, you can then make them better with materials by going to engineers. Do that later. I'm not sure I can run a engineered for a power plant before it's engineered. I think a 4A power plant won't work. So I'm going to browse the shop and get... Let's do power plant last, because power plant is what's powering your ship, so we'll pick that last. Let's get the D-class thrusters. Those are the lightest. 7D thrusters. Exchange, I don't need these other ones. And we've already put the 6A frame shift drive. I might have an engineered one somewhere, but I have to go find it. I could ship it to myself, but whatever. Life support. Let me scroll. 5D life support, let's see. Browse shop. Everything should be here because I used Elite Dangerous Database and it determined from the commander data of other commanders that have parked at this place within the last few hours that this is what they have for sale. So cool. All right. Life support, 60 power distributor. Can I actually function on a size 6 power distributor in a size 8 slot? Or do I need... Well, let's try it. The power distributor is kind of like how fast the equipment charges, I think. It's like the power plant is how much power you have, and the power distributor is how fast that power comes out. Something like that. I know nothing in a lot of ways. The power distributor, sensors. We're just going to do 8D sensors because the D-type are the light ones. And you want light everything for an exploration ship because the lighter you are, the further your jump. Fuel tank. 5C fuel tank. Nothing special. All right, now we go to optional internal. Actually, while we're here, hang on. Let me go to the hard points because this ship has absolutely no... This is an explorer. We are not running any weapons. Uh-huh. Correct. Sell. I don't need 1F pulse lasers. If I was going to put weapons on this thing... This ship can have some of the highest damage per second in the entire game, but... because of all these, look at all these weapon hardpoints. This is incredible. I've never had a ship with this many hardpoints. He's actually got mining lasers on here, which surprises me. 2D mining lasers in the medium slots. So I'll try it. Mine. Pardon me, that's mines. I don't want mines, I want mining. Mining tools, there we go. These are fixed mining lasers. I have no idea. 2D mining laser. I assume this is something to do with replenishing your supplies while Oh, wow, what a cool hardpoint that is. Wow. I assume this has something to do with replenishing supplies. Again, I'm using a list made by the YouTuber Down to Earth Astronomy. It's a guide for building exploration and long jump range anacondas. 2D mining laser on the other side. So I'm saying I assume that we're buying these to use to replenish material to repair your ship with when you're far away from home. I assume that's what's going on here. So those are the hard points. Utility mounts are empty except for one heatsink launcher. Heatsink launcher. This will save you. Well, there's a lot of uses for this. You use it in combat and people lose a lock on you. You use it to smuggle into a space station so you're not being scanned. But I think this is for if you fly too close to a star, get caught up in a supernova, and have your trip ended real quick, wouldn't it? All right. Now we go into optional internal. Optional internal is the most interesting, and here is where you know that it's an exploration ship, because the biggest slot, the size 7 slot, is going towards a fuel scoop, which you would not do unless you are trying to take long trips. 7A fuel scoop. This is going to cost so much money. Do I have the money for this? Yeah, I do. Apparently in the past, I did the math. 7A, that is the largest fuel scoop I've ever fitted. Okay. Now, I don't know why this is blocked out, but it's a 6A autofield maintenance kit. So can I actually buy that? It's a different color. Autofield maintenance kit. Costs 15 million credits. Let's see what it does. Autofield maintenance units repair ship modules, something something. Installed pilots can set individual mod repair list. Slowly fix damage modules, will consume resources indicated, can be resupplied at starports and outposts from the munitions interface. Okay? Buying options. Alright, that's the largest. That helps you repair your ship far away from base. Then we've got a 5D repair limpet controller. I feel bad just sort of like not making my own decisions here, but the truth is it would take me so long to really make up my mind about how to build this. I'd rather just use the guide for now. It's going to be a 5D repair limpets. So limpets are like little robots. They fly around, little drones. But you need a controller device in order to run them. So that's a 5D repair limpet controller, and then we need a cargo rack. Browse shop for cargo racks. The biggest one that will fit in this space with a capacity of 64 units, which is 64 tons, 64 cubic meters. I don't know what the measurement is. This ship, incidentally, can be all manner of things. I want to buy lots of Anacondas because it's a lot more fun to have a lot of different ships that are outfitted differently than to have one that you keep having to do re-outfitting with. So what goes in the size 5 slot? That is the slot for the Guardian frameshift drive booster. So for now, let me just put the biggest cargo rack that'll fit, because they don't weigh anything. They don't mass anything, I should say. Because I have a Guardian frameshift drive booster, I believe. Can I buy one here? I didn't think I can buy them. I think you craft. I think that they're sort of a special module you get from Alien stuff. I forget how I got them, but I have some. Okay, that one's engineered anyway. Okay, that's 5H Guardian frameshift drive booster, and then we get a 5D shield generator. We want shields. Browse shop. We want shields because we might bump into things or whatever. That's a shield cell bank. That's different. Shield generator. Generator room 5D. Is that right? That's generally what we're doing here. D class. A class are the most expensive and the fanciest. E are just terrible. D is lightest for its use. I think C is like... I forget what C and B are. One of them is maybe like the most sturdy. I don't remember. All right. Not very sturdy. Okay. 5D collector limpet controller. Browse shop. Collection limpets. Collector limpet controller. Again, 5D. Collector limpets are little robots that go collect things. Repair limpets repair your ship or another person's ship. There's a whole, I should talk about the fuel rats. There's a whole community, and just this is the best poster child, and I'm sorry, my audio is probably going all over the place. One of the coolest poster child things for how awesome this game is are the fuel rats, because when you go out into space, this module's apparently left empty, okay. Right, it's a military hardpoint, you can't put a cargo bay in there. Okay, in the size 4 planetary vehicle hangar, okay. It is very possible when you're exploring or just otherwise playing the game to end up in a situation where you're out of fuel because you didn't budget your jumps correctly and you can't scoop and you're stranded or otherwise stuck. And the only way to deal with that is to blow yourself up. You can intentionally self-destruct so that you can respawn somewhere. And you'll respawn at the last space station you docked at, I think. All right, and then we want to put something in. There's a scarab. Going to put a little car in. So we have a car in our ship. Empty vehicle slot number 2. Well, we'll have another one. More mass, but I think we're going to be fine. All right, empty internal compartment size for a refinery. I actually don't know what a refinery does, honestly. Never used one. Anyway, so the fuel rats are a player group that volunteers their time to go save people who got stranded or damaged or otherwise lost. And they have fuel limpets and repair limpets, and they go all over the galaxy to help players who've gotten stuck so they don't have to lose all their progress. Because sometimes you might have literally been playing for months of in-world time without having docked with the space station. Kind of scary if you've really gone exploring. But then, of course, you're really far away, so the fuel rats, you know, I think somebody needed to be refueled on the actual literal opposite side of the galaxy, and it was a whole big operation to get enough fuel out to them. So cool. All right. 4A? Yeah. What does a refinery do? Okay, so this is probably how this works. We mine stuff at a planet's rings. It goes through the refinery to create the material that you need for the autofield maintenance unit to create, and I think you could probably also create limpets this way. I'm not sure. A detailed surface scanner. Surface scanner, detailed surface scanner, buying options, buy. And I've messed something up. Oh, you know what? I did. Let me take this and store that real quick. Store. Because I skipped something. It doesn't matter what order I put them in, though, so that's fine. I was supposed to put a 1A prospector limpet controller, so that's how you mine things. Without a prospector limpet, you don't really know what you're potentially about to mine. So you only need a 1A because you only need one prospector limpet. Okay. Okay, and then in the size 2 slot is where the detailed surface scanner goes. So transfer options, transfer that. Transfer to ship. Nice. And then in the size 1, we get another autofield maintenance unit. This is to repair the autofield maintenance unit. So I'm pretty sure that's correct. So without 2 AFMUs, one of them could break. So this one enables you, I assume, I haven't even watched his entire video. I watched it years ago, and I was like, there was a video he made, or months ago, because I guess this was only 10 months ago. Anyway, and then this is an approach suite. You always have that. Okay, that is all of the optional internal, all of the utility mounts. So core internals now. Let's go back and deal with this power plant. So can I run this ship off of a 4A power plant right now? Or do I need to... If I deploy my hard points, I will lose power. But with the hardpoints retracted, I will not. And it will also increase my jump range quite a bit, because that large power plant is quite expensive, or quite heavy. All right, so with no engineering, I'm getting a jump range of 35 light years, and I'm going to put a Guardian frameshift drive booster. So we're doing pretty well. This is good. Okay. What did I just receive? My Diamondback Explorer has arrived, and I have had a reputation change. Lovely and lovely. All right. So I thought that I might stream for more than an hour. It's been an hour, and I kind of need a break. I kind of need to get up and walk around, take the headphones off for a minute. Hopefully, it won't be so hard to start it again. What? I just want to find out, how far am I from home? That's not what I meant to do. I'm in combat mode. And home, incidentally, is Aqaba Dock in LHS 2429, for no particular reason other than I picked it at some point in the past and it became home. So how far? It's 50 light years. It'll only be 2 jumps. So even though I've already transferred the DBX, I could just fly this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a break. Let me leave space dock. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to sit here and I'll be back. But I don't know when I'll publish these things. So if you've been watching, thank you very much. Take care. Thanks for letting me share Elite Dangerous. I'm really excited to share more. What do you want to see about it? It's literally the real galaxy. I should say, a lot of the stars are procedurally generated because we don't actually know, like, all the stars in the galaxy. I don't think. And even if we do, like, but a lot of things that are really there are really here. And then there was an incredible engine that sort of generated to fill out based on like really complex and well-modeled actual astronomy the rest of the galaxy with other stars. So I'm gonna go and I'll be back. Bye-bye. How do I do this? I'm controlling the PlayStation with my joystick and throttle control here. Okay, stop.